Okay, here's problem 6, which was another one people asked about, where we have the number of passengers riding in a taxi and a certain probability distribution. Then we get this new charge, 240 per taxi plus 120 per passenger. And so now we're representing the amount in dollars that is charged by the taxi company per ride. So find E of t. There's two different ways you can do this. One way is to use the IB formula sheet, and there's some information on the IB formula sheet about expectation. So what I'm going to do is pull up that. I'll pause the video, I'll pull up the formula and show you how I can use that to answer this question. So here we've got the formula sheet, formula booklet, I guess. We're doing a probability question, so I'm going to go down to page 9. Here we go. I saw something about E of x, so I have a little bit of information right here. That tells me more what the definition of expectation is, and that's one approach. There's also a really nice formula right here, two formulas right here that are going to be helpful for this problem. These are the things that I'm seeing in the question, E of x and the var of x. So even if I don't know what those mean conceptually, I can try to apply these formulas. So bringing that over to my other tab. E of t, first let's figure out what t is. Well, t is $2.40 per taxi plus $1.20 per passenger. And the letter x stands for passengers. So I can say that t is equal to 1.2x plus 2.4. And on the formula sheet that I was just looking at, I saw that we could do E of ax plus b equals aex plus b. You're essentially distributing the e, distributing the expectation. So the expectation of t is equal to the expectation of 1.2x plus 2.4, which is equal to 1.2 times e of x plus 2.4. So we just need to figure out what E of x is. And E of x is, if you go back to the formula booklet again, you can see up here the definition of E of x. It's the sum of x times the probability of that x. And so if we look here, what we're going to do for E of x is we're going to add up all of the probabilities times the outcome. All of those right there. So it's going to go 1 times 0.60 plus 2 times 0.30 plus 3 times 0.03 plus 4 times 0.05 plus 5 times 0.02. It's a good idea to double check that that's actually all of the outcomes. If you add them up, you will get 100%. So we know we have exhausted it. And so then just typing in all of that, 1 times 0.6 plus 2 times 0.3 plus 3 times 0.03 plus 4 times 0.05 plus 5 times 0.02 gives me E of x equals 1.59. And then going back to my formula, substituting that right in. So I have 1.2 times 1.59 plus 2.4 is 4.308. What that means is the expected charge there per taxi that goes out is about $4.31 because of the toll on the taxi. So that's E of t. Now then the other thing that we saw on the formula sheet was about the variance, which is the second question there. So the variance is going down to this, where are we? Right there. This formula right here, that the variance of ax plus b is a squared times the variance of x. So here we have the variance of x. And so the variance of t is equal to the variance of 1.2x plus 2.4, which equals 1.20 squared times the variance of x And the variance of x is that number 0.8419. So I just type in 1.20 squared times 0.8419, and I get 1.21236. So that was just showing you how using the formula sheet, even without necessarily a strong conceptual understanding of what's going on, you can still get to the answer of those questions. The expectation is just on average what your outcomes are. So if you had a large number of taxi rides, the E of T would be the average amount of money that the taxi company is charging per ride. So that's what expectation is doing conceptually. And the variance is just a measure of how spread out the data is. It's very related to the standard deviation. And the standard deviation is something you should be familiar with from earlier math classes. And the variance is just the standard deviation squared, which is why we have that 1.20 squared when we calculated the variance. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Please ask follow-up questions if there was anything in here that you didn't understand, or if you want me to do it a different way. Thanks.